Eden Zero is back, and my favorite character has returned. Alright, let's get into this chapter. So yeah, in this world apparently there are several things that are different. For example, Happy is not a robot. Apparently, in Universe Zero, that accident never happened. So, as a result, Happy was never turned into a robot, and, well, he's just a normal cat. At the same time, apparently, Rebecca does not have her power of Cat Leaper, which makes sense to me because this is Universe Zero. You can't really alter this universe. It said that this is Universe Prime, basically, so there is nothing to change at this point. What happens here is what happens here, so Cat Leaper is gone. At least here it is. And apparently there are also more things that have changed. So Shiki and the group go to see Castillon, and he basically tells them, hey, I know you're going to, try to get me off this planet by pretending that you're all turned evil, but don't worry about it. We'll find a way to stop you from running out of energy. But no, that's also not a problem anymore. That they're not running out of energy. Apparently, Ziggy, before he died, created a machine that's able to cycle the ether that's in the planet over and over again, so this way they have infinite energy. So yeah, the androids of Blue Garden will never die. They will go on forever. So while they were all destined to die, apparently Ziggy fixed the problem real easy. The funny thing is that the king is still depressed because they still can't find any customers to show up. They're just a lonely theme park. So yeah, Ziggy didn't want the members of Grand Bell to basically force Shiki to leave. Instead, he knew Shiki was going to leave all along, which does imply that this Ziggy knew that this was Universe Zero and that Shiki would eventually find his memories and go out on his journey. So instead of having this whole elaborate thing, instead he just decided to store the Eden Zero on Grand Bell, which is something that he decided to hide out in space before. But no, in Universe Zero, no, it's here in Grand Bell, and he basically entrusted the king to give to Shiki when he said he was leaving. So, as you can imagine, everyone wants to say their goodbyes to Shiki, and then they do. He says goodbye to everyone. Each one offers him their own personal thanks and goodbye and such. Michael actually asks if he can go along, but Shiki says no, it will be too dangerous. He doesn't want him to get hurt, but he does promise to come back. And the king is like, this is an adventure. You don't need to come back so quick. Just fulfill the Demon King's wishes. And so they end up flying off into space after saying their final goodbyes. Rebecca's back in the cockpit, able to fly like old times, no big deal. And she basically says, I think in this world, it wants us to be happy. So basically, this is the world where everything's supposed to go right instead of wrong, which would imply why Happy didn't get hit and why the Demon King was able to fix the energy problem on Grand Bell. But it also would mean why the Eden Zero is actually on Grand Bell. Because originally, he entrusted the Eden Zero with Elsie after he saved her from the Civil War. But the way things are going, this implies that the Civil War never happened and Elsie is just a princess on her planet still. Yeah, I don't think Elsie is a pirate. I think she's actually just a princess on her planet, and the whole thing about that doomsday weapon that her parents were creating, I think they actually scrapped the plans for it or never even thought of it, and so that's why they are where they are. I don't think the Civil War ever happened. I don't think anything like that ever happened. I think she's currently now living the peaceful life she's always wanted, which would also imply that probably not going to see her in the story ever again, at least not in a major way. She'll just be a passing thought. I hope not, but that's basically how the story's going. At least that's what I think. That's the way it's going. As for the old man Weiss, so they decide that they're going to go get a young Weiss first. That's going to be the plan. But as she remembers, hey, this is what I was wondering as well. Hey, if Happy didn't need to get fixed, did you ever meet Old Man Weiss? And the answer is yes. They still have the same relationship. It's just on different circumstances. So things are different, but the same at the same time, which is why I said Elsie might or might not, depending on how much different things are. Like I said, this is supposed to be a happy ending for everyone, so I don't know. I mean, she was happiest when she was with James, so maybe the Civil War happened, but she still has James. I don't know. Rebecca doesn't actually explain how the whole Weiss thing goes, how she met the old man, but the point is, they do have a relationship with Weiss, and they're gonna go get the young one. I can't believe she didn't realize this, because he immediately then sits down, the same chair, the captain's chair that he sat down in before, and his ether gear activates the ship, which then awakens Witch. I can't believe he didn't realize he could do this before, because he'd already done it. The point is, Witch awakes, she announces who she is, yada yada yada, and as you can imagine, Shiki, Rebecca, and Happy start crying and just jump on her and hug her. Obviously, Witch didn't time travel as well, so she doesn't have memories of the old universe. This is just this witch. So she asks what is going on. And I guess they'll answer all her questions later. But the first thing she does is he orders her that she's never allowed to die again. So as you can imagine, Witch is probably confused. But I'm super happy she's back. Like I said from the beginning, she is my favorite character. I always liked her personality and the way she functioned with the rest of the crew. And when she died, I was like super fucking depressed about that. Like, I seriously did not expect her death to happen the way it did. And when Cat Leaper wasn't working for her to be saved, I was like, damn, this really is it for a witch. But I'm super excited we can get them back. Plus, my theory that we're just going to have a montage of gathering the group up apparently isn't going to happen. We're actually going to go through an emotional step for each single one of them. So that's going to be fun. I'll be happy to finally have a big moment for each character's memory coming back, and those who don't have their memories, at least being able to reconcile with them all over again. Just like with the reconcile with Witch, it's a lot more satisfying to do it this way than go with a montage. So I'm glad we're going on this path. First is Weiss, so it should be fun to meet the guy again. Maybe we'll have Peanut with him this time like as before. That's really hard to tell, because Peanut isn't from the past. We actually don't know where she's from. So, would she be with Weiss? Huh. Well, I guess we'll find out when we finally do get everyone together again. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you can enjoy more and other anime things. Thank you and have a great day.